So that's like we're make a super part of the golf maintenance. Undo. So I got the option. But I guess they're doing a bunch of things. Yeah, but there's no maintenance or have to in conjunction with where you can't have all these work and one go at the same time. There's a number right. Oh, yeah, it's just like, yeah, if you want these to be there. That's just something. Well, yeah. I know it's here in stuff in your offices, but. Well, I was gonna say, how many more purpose? People said something else. Yeah. Yeah. I just didn't ask. Yes, yeah. Love to do that. Don't worry. Let me do it now while I'm remembering. And I'm just gonna tell her. A couple weeks ago, they said all these points. Were you? Well, I'm just telling her that Tom will attend this. Oh, that's good. Great. You got the teriyaki. She was like, no, she didn't. I gave her two of the other ones. Are you gonna talk? Yes. I don't know what you're talking about. On my calls. December.
Hey, welcome to you, and we'll call to order the regular meeting of the West Valley City Council. It is February 21st, 2023, 6:30 p.m., and we are in the council chambers of West Valley City Hall. We will excuse Councilman Harmon and Councilman Norfelt this evening. We are joined online with Councilman Fitzsimmons, and present at the dais is Councilman Whetstone, Councilman Hoon, Councilman Christensen, and myself. And then we're joined at the dais with Mr. Pyle, our city manager, and Ms. Kamick, our city recorder, is joining us virtually. We will now turn the time over to Councilman Hoon for our opening ceremony.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it very much. I just want to invite all of you to stand up and do the legend with me, please. Thank you. I
pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States
of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. We have the minutes from our February 7th, 2023 meeting. I'll turn it to the council for discussion or a motion.
Motion to approve the minutes from February 7th, 2023.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And those pass. Thank you. We will now turn to our comment period. We will accept public comment. Comment period is limited to 30 minutes. Any person wishing to comment shall limit their comments to 5 minutes. Upon recognition from the mayor, you will approach the microphone. If you did not sign up, please give us your name and address. If you did sign the paper, just your name, please. All comments shall be directed to the mayor. No person addressing the council during the comment period shall be allowed to speak more than once. And speakers should not expect a debate with the council or staff. We will have time after the comment period to respond. So I'll open the comment period, and the first speaker, it's your turn.
Hi, Daniel Olson. So I have three issues that I want to bring to your attention. So first, I would like the West Valley City Council to consider using ranked choice voting for this upcoming election year. For a couple of reasons. One, ranked choice voting will save taxpayers dollars by eliminating the need for any primaries or anything like that. Ranked choice voting encourages more voter participation, kind of cuts down on the need for negative campaigning, is shown to kind of cuts down barriers for marginalized groups of people. In general, I just think ranked choice voting is something that if municipal governments can adopt for their election process, I think it's just beneficial. I moved from Indiana to Utah about 15 months ago, and I've been shocked. Two things: the vote by mail and the ranked choice voting system. I didn't expect Utah to be leading in democratic innovation. So, and I was even more fascinated to learn that Utah is one of the leading states in city. I think they are actually the leading state in municipalities using ranked choice voting as of 2021. So I think we should continue that tradition and leading the nation on that issue. I think it just helps and gives people more, I think, faith in the electoral process. Second issue I would like to bring to the council's attention, House Bill 374, which is the bill regarding Sheriff Rosie Rivera and the UPD. I think the city council, if they haven't already, should come together and oppose this. I know that the sheriff came out last week and said she endorsed it, but I don't know if anyone was able to follow the work session for the county council today. Some troubling things were brought up. Rosie Rivera was asked about her support for it. One of the council members asked her, if it failed to pass, would you be disappointed? She said no. So as you'll know, I don't think she's very happy about this. Literally, our sheriff is being forced into a corner to support something she really doesn't believe benefits the citizens. She's just finding a compromise for, I think, the preservation of resources. I think the Mill Creek mayor put it best. I think it's economy of scale. It's the issue of how you're spending and where resources are put. Something else happened during the county council that was a little bit, I think, concerning. I believe they had what's called the DEA task force was there speaking in front of them during the work session. And they brought up the point that they use the UPD as resources for fighting drug trafficking in our communities. And this will cut down on what already is a very tough fight for them and the resources they have. So I think this city council needs to come together and oppose this. Even though the sheriff has, supported it, I think it's a very half-measured support, and it's not really true to what is believed. And there's going to be a lot of arguments that, double taxing, and not everyone sees the full benefits of this. What the UPD is and Rosie Rivera overseeing it. However, as the mayor of Mill Creek put, you're going to lose out on a lot if this is taken away. And I think it's also to some extent perhaps a political attack on a sheriff who is very popular in the state, and some people might be a little bit threatened by how popular they are and look to cut down on their power or their influence. And then the last thing I would like to talk about, last Thursday, I was at the state capitol for a rally on saving the Great Salt Lake. It was a rally among preachers, and it was kind of like more of a spiritual based rally. And I've been to a number of city councils throughout this county, and it kind of bothers me how little I hear city councils talk about saving the Great Salt Lake. Now, I know that to save the Great Salt Lake, the state government is probably going to have to be the leading leader on this. And I think the county government is going to have to also lead on this. And it's unfair to ask any one municipality to be the leader in fighting this. However, I do think you guys have immense lobbying power, how close you are to citizens. And I would like to see more city council reps up at the state capitol lobbying. One thing I enjoy about the city council and the county council, anywhere I go, is, talking about kitchen table issues, everyday issues that affect people. Saving the Great Salt Lake is the ultimate kitchen table issue for people. If the status quo remains for the next 5 years, there will be no more conversations of code enforcement or rezoning or small business ownership. There may not be a West Valley City Council or a West Valley. The status quo remains. So I think this needs to become a top priority. Thank you.
Thank you. Speaker 2.
Jim Visak. Driving around the city, even though it's winter, our city streets are trashed. Has it been a year and a half ago? City Council approved 2 new employees, a truck to help with the weeds and picking up of trash. Do they do it in the wintertime? It doesn't look like it. Centennial Park, the fitness center area. This is one of our flag areas in the city. And once again, lots of trash in those areas. You would think management and staff driving in would see that and maybe get the park and rec people to go and pick that stuff up. I know on the weekends they'll, trash cans still get full, the skaters use them, dump them over and stuff like that. But during the week, the park doesn't look very, very nice. Parkway Park, they put a whole bunch of money and grants into that park to bring it up to a nice neighborhood park. It's getting run down every month. It's getting worse and worse and worse. The Clean and Beautiful Committee took the butterfly garden, asked if we could do it, and we're going to take care of that. Because last year it was just all weeds. And so I'm going to propose tomorrow night, maybe Clean and Beautiful, we go pick up some trash too. But it shouldn't all be on us to do it, especially when we have employees to do that. Code enforcement, there's still only courtesy notices. If they're not going to be writing and doing their enforcement, because they're talking about money savings, how about furloughing them until we come up with a code enforcement, what the city, what the city wants to do. I know that isn't going to happen, but it sounds good. They need to be out there still doing their job and be ready when whatever you guys come up with, because they're still going to need to do their job. And there's some places out there that need to be abated. If you guys have got to get that together, and I've been told it could be another 4 to 6 weeks before that's done. I'm hoping it's shorter than that. Like I said, I'm a proponent for code enforcement, but I want a more friendlier code enforcement. And when I talk about abatement, these places, I don't know why they're not abated under health and safety. I've been out to a few of them, and these are ones that it's not the bucket in the driveway or the paint peeling. These are the ones with major trash piles, front and back, side yards and stuff. We need to do something because that just brings down the neighborhoods, brings rodents in as it starts warming up. I need to talk about that today. It's going to bring the critters in. And so hopefully you guys get that sooner than later put together. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you. Was there anyone else that wished to speak that didn't have a chance to sign in? Okay. I'll now turn the time over to our city manager. Did you have any comments?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. And to the council, any comments? Right. Thank you. We'll now move on to our resolutions. We have resolution 23-13. Mr. Pyle.
Thank you, ma'am. This would award construction contract for our 2023 asphalt overlay project from our transportation sales tax in the maximum amount of $1.5 million. We actually did receive a lower bid from Black Forest Paving in the amount of $1.395 million, but that allows for a little bit in change orders. We had a number of bids. There were 5. Black Forest was the lowest responsible one, and the project this year consists of 2.6 miles of asphalt pavement and pedestrian access ramp improvements.
Okay, thank you. I'll now turn it to the council for a discussion or motion on the resolution.
A motion to approve resolution 23-13.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu, Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you. We now have resolution 23-14. Mr. Pyle.
Thank you, ma'am. This would allow for the purchase of challenge course materials for the construction of Westview Park, which will happen in the future. The equipment is being purchased now because we also have a grant that we received, and this would entail our match for that. It's in the amount of $204,000 and $129 in change.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll turn it to the council for discussion or a motion.
Well, I hope we can get the funding for parking, but I'll motion to approve resolution 2314.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Yes.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu.
Aye.
And Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you. We have resolution 23-15. Mr. Pyle.
Thank you, ma'am. The Utah Department of Public Safety would like to enter into an agreement with us to award us $24,800 in a grant. This would allow us to enter into an MOU, and the grant money would be for first responder mental health. As you know, we have a counselor within the police department, and this would help support not necessarily just her, but generally the effort.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'll turn it to the council for discussion or a motion.
A motion to approve resolution 23-15. Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu.
Aye.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you. We'll now move to our new business and consider application SMI 10-2022. Mr. Pyle.
Thank you, ma'am. The applicant here, Mr. John Barrett, is seeking final plat approval for a 2-lot subdivision at 3909 South, 2200 West. It would be, or was rezoned from A to R18. It's on 0.6 acres. And as I mentioned, would have 2 lots. One is 8,350 square feet. The other is 12,003 square feet.
Okay, thank you. I'll now turn it to the council for discussion or a motion.
A motion to approve application SMI 10-2022.
Second.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Yes.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu.
Aye.
And Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you. We will now go to application SMI 13-2022. Mr. Pyle.
Thank you, ma'am. This is our second final plat approval. This one would actually consolidate 2 parcels into 1 lot, approximately 1 acre in size at 6383 West, 3500 South, and the zoning of it is C1.
Okay, thank you. We'll now turn it to the council for discussion or a motion.
A motion to approve new business SMI -13-2022.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu,
Aye.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Yes.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you. We now have our consent agenda, which is 23-16, authorizing the acceptance of a temporary construction easement required for Parkway Boulevard reconstruction project. We do these pretty routinely, so I'll turn it to the council for discussion or a motion.
I move to approve the item on the consent agenda.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Ms. Kamic.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Yes.
Councilman Whitstone,
Yes.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu,
Aye.
and Mayor Ling.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you. We do not have a need for a closed session, so we just have one more item of business.
A motion to adjourn.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And we are stand adjourned. Thank you so much for joining us.